So here's Bishop, California. This is where I went yesterday to go look for Karlie. Gusé. Some of you already know the story. You know, she ends up going to like a party or get together. I guess in 2018. She ends up smoking or taking something that was laced. She has a back reaction, you know, to whatever she took, and she ends up kind of having paranoia and some other bad side effects, you know. So her mom picks her up, her stepmom picks her up and takes her back home, this is the road that goes back to their neighborhood. It's a small neighborhood, you know, it's about 4 blocks. And it's really nice though, you know, nice homes. Everybody takes care of their homes. So it's not a bad neighborhood. You know, I didn't see any bad people. I didn't see any, you know, hoodlums or anything, or, you know, people that are up to no good. So, you know, so I don't know. You know, I could have been like a neighbor that did something to her. Maybe, you never know. You know, even nowadays, you know, you can't, you never know. You know, so anyhow, so I wanted to retrace her steps of where she went, so you guys could kind of see maybe this could help somebody and finding out, you know, giving more clues. I know sometimes like we hear the story, but we don't actually get to see the actual footage of the place. So here we are. This is her street. Her house is here on the right. I did see some people there, but I didn't want to disturb them. So I don't know if that was her stepmom that I saw outside, but you know, if you're watching this, you know, I didn't want to bother you. Maybe I should have said hi or something, but you know, I just, you know, I just wanted to just mind my own business, you know, and kind of continue with this, you know, mini documentary here. So, you know, as you guys could see, she walked down this way. Somebody saw her and said she was just wearing a white shirt and some sweatpants, and she was barefooted. So she had to walk all this way barefooted. Now, it was early in the morning, so, you know, I'm sure the concrete was kind of cold, but I'm sure it was bearable, you know, to walk barefoot on it. Now, they're saying that when they did the search, the dogs actually picked up her scent and took her, and her scent ended at the main road, which that's where I turned on, which you guys will see right now, because I actually get out and I film a little bit there on the corner. So could somebody have picked her up? Well, that is a possibility, but you know, the cars do pass by that road, and I'm guessing somebody would have saw her also. But then what are the odds that somebody crazy would have, you know, came at the right time, you know, at the right place? So who knows? I mean, who knows? You never know. You know, there's weird people out there, and you know, they're always looking for an opportunity. So, you know, they could have taken her, but most likely, I have a feeling she just went across, you know, to the other side. So they said she was holding a piece of paper. You know, maybe that piece of paper had the address to somewhere. You know, maybe her biological mom's house. But you know, I feel like she had the paper maybe on the paper. She probably had the trails marked, which are across the road. So once you go across the road, there are, you know, trails which lead over to the left, farther down towards the mountains, or up to the right. And you guys will see, I'll show you guys on the Google Maps where I feel she kind of might have just followed the trail over and around. So, you know, they haven't found her. I know they did a few searches, and they searched, you know, different areas, but, you know, they still haven't found her. They found some DNA on the other side of this road. So who knows, you know? And I think they found some coyote scat, I guess, that had her DNA. I'm not sure about that one though, but I was reading like an article about that. So anyway, here I get out, and you guys will see some of the footage here. All right, so I'm here at where Karlie was last seen. If you guys could see that. So that's her sign right there, and then there's the place where they think she might have gone that way, and then her neighborhood's way back there. So she had to walk all that way down here, and this is where they last, I guess the dogs, that's where they last did her scent. So I'm gonna go ahead and search down that way, and then see what we find over there. All right, so here's the intersection where, you know, she was last seen. And, you know, I guess somebody could have picked her up. But most likely, what I feel is that she kept on walking across. You know, there is some barbed wire, or wire, I guess, fencing there that you can't drive across, but you could easily either jump across or go through it, if you're just walking through it. So that wouldn't have been an obstacle for her if she wanted to go through. She could have walked up and down any of these highways. So, I'm not sure if anybody has explored that little theory, but I explored this one. I just feel like she kept on going straight and walked down these dirt trails here, and I feel like she walked down the dirt trails because she was barefooted. So, despite the fact that maybe she was feeling, the effects of whatever she took the night before, I think her feet, you could still maybe feel some kind of sensation, and maybe that's why they found some DNA right here in that middle section. Um, because she was probably at some point, despite the fact that it's not, such hard ground or sharp ground, I mean, eventually you are going to step on rocks that are sharp, and so you might leave some DNA, along the way. So, I feel like she kept on walking down one of these trails, because she was barefooted. And so here's a section where I decided, I'm like, okay, well, this is about 4.5 or 4 something, I think I'm going to measure it right here, to see how much, what the distance was from her neighborhood all the way through. So you guys could see that's the trail I feel like she took, and that's probably where she might have gotten tired and maybe rested, So yeah, it's about, let's see, I'm measuring it out here, so you guys will see that's about 4 miles. So yeah, like four and something. I kind of went over a little bit, but I figured in 4 miles, could she have walked that far? Yeah, she could have walked that far, or less, or more. You just don't know, what kind of state she was in, or what kind of effects she was still feeling, from the thing. So here I am. You could see I'm driving over to the area where I showed you guys on the Google Maps, where I feel she might have been. She might have taken a rest, or maybe she wasn't feeling good. She might have needed some medical attention, and she might have just slept and not woken up. So I chose to choose this area. Now I chose this area because on Google Earth, you guys will see right now. In 2000, this is a picture of 2012, between 2012 and 2014, which is way before, because she had disappeared in 2018. This is the Google map that says 2019. Now, if you guys could see that, it looks like there's like a person in a fetal position right there at the end. So I had to go check it out. So I sent, my drone over to see what was there, and I didn't see anything. Now, could some have been moved? Yeah, I mean, it's already been. If that was taken in 2000, it's been a few years. So somebody could have came along and moved it. Had somebody, probably could have dumped it, came over here, drove around, because I'm sure at nighttime this is probably really dark. But so I was looking for any kind of trace, any signs of disturbed earth, or if a bad guy drops something, you'd probably see something kind of suspicious. So I try to look, try to see if I could find anything around this little area, because it just looked too weird on Google Earth, as you guys already saw. But I didn't find anything, so it could have, it could have been shrubbery, or some kind of plants, or some trash or something that kind of gathered in that area. But it did look kind of weird, so I kept on flying over this area, to look for the rocks, because, like I said, maybe she was looking to take shelter. At this point, it's about, like we said, like a little more than 4 miles. So, she could have gotten tired, or, the effects could have made her like sleepy, since she hadn't slept the night before. Really, I guess from what I read and what I've heard is that she kind of stayed up because she was kind of paranoid the night before. She thought somebody was going to swim. Somebody was after her. Now, could someone have been after her? I don't know. We're not really sure. I guess they checked her phone and didn't really see any signs of that. So, who knows? But, as you guys can see, some of these rocks, if you're walking by and you're not feeling good, you probably want to take shelter right underneath. Some of these rocks are kind of curved in a way where somebody could just go, and kind of hide or rest under there. But had she not been feeling good, who knows where she could have ended up. You would think they would probably find her. I mean, there's been a few searches. I'm not sure, how many searches have been conducted, but, I think we shouldn't give up. I think people, that go into this area should always look. I know there's other stuff. I saw some people camping there when I drove by. There's some people on bicycles. I guess it's a nice little area for some off-road bicycle riding. So and there were some off-road people too. So if you're in this area, just look around. You never know what you might find. You could find more clues because we just you just never know. What you find sometimes. During the search for other people end up finding other stuff. Other bodies and other bones. So it's just kind of interesting how that happens too. Um, so I kept on looking through these rocks to see if I saw anything. Maybe she could have fell from the little cliff there that kind of overhangs. There's a lot of like up ridges, I guess. That's the word. Ridges that kind of stick up, and so had she kept on walking, she wasn't feeling good or dizzy, she could have just walked right over and fell down. But I didn't really find anything. I did see this weird rock, which I guess you'll see in a little bit, and it looked like there's stuff on it. I'm not sure if that's some kind of moss. If anybody is familiar with some of the plant life there, maybe they could tell me what that is. But it's just kind of weird when you guys see it. But if you guys see anything on these footage, that's why I like sharing the footage with you guys, so you guys could see maybe something I missed. I try to analyze this when I get home. I usually analyze it before I upload it, or edit it to put it on YouTube. So but if you guys see something, I don't mind going out there again, or I could give you the coordinates if you're in the area, and you guys could check it out for yourselves, see if you guys find anything. So but I do encourage you guys, if you guys are in this area, you guys could go out and take a look for yourselves. The more people that go out there, the better. And we should never forget. We should never forget about these missing people. They need to be found. Get their family some closure. Because I'm sure, they're wondering. Just like any of us would. For our family members, if they went missing, I'm sure we would want to know what happened. If they're out there, if they died somewhere in this desert, or just anywhere, you would want to know what happened. So if you guys so you guys see the long trail there that leads back to her house. It doesn't seem that far, but I'm sure it is. If you're walking it, it's a ways. 4 miles is a ways out. And it's early in the morning, so I'm not sure. There's people that camp out there, so not sure if people were walking around when she was out there, but there's just a lot of unanswered questions that we might never know, or maybe once we find her, we could kind of retrace what happened. Hopefully nothing bad happened. Where it was foul play. Like somebody attacking her, doing something to her. But best case scenario, they find her somewhere. Maybe somebody's hiding her in that neighborhood, or in that little city or nearby, and maybe she'll get out. She'll get rescued. So that's best case scenario. But I feel like she needs to be found. So I decided to go out there and take a look for myself, use my drone, and go walk a little bit to see if I could find any clues. So this is the footage I have here of all the areas I searched. I went down the trail. I try to see if I could see anything, and it's kind of hard when I'm flying the drone. I really can't see too much detail. It's not until later on where I go back and analyze the drone footage. That's why I think a lot of times where they conduct these searches, they always say like, oh well, we're still reviewing the drone footage, because it takes a while to kind of like really sit down, pause it, zoom it in, to see what it really was. And sometimes you can't even tell, like with Sandra Hughes, which I plan to probably go back and try to look for it too, because I've um, gone a few times. But you guys remember that video where it looked like a body? It looked like a body when I flew over, because I flew over kind of quick, and so I ended up having to go back to make sure. I mean, make sure it wasn't a body, to because I wouldn't have been able to sleep, had I not gone back. And I always wondered. So, we found out it was shrubbery, but it was worth going back to look, because you never know. So, yeah, I searched up on top of that little ridge right before the trail turns, as you guys will see right here. And then I conducted a ground search. Hey everyone, so I'm here looking for Karlie. I'm in the area where I showed you guys in the map. So I'm gonna go check out that. I already flew over with the drone to that rock that on the Google Maps looked kind of weird, like there was something there. So I'm gonna just take a closer look and just kind of scan this area. I feel like she kind of walked down the that trail and maybe ended up somewhere down here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a look, and I'll show you guys my search. All right. I'm here looking for any signs of clothes or bones, or any trace of just people walking around. I'm not sure. Looks like there's tracks here, like somebody might have been off-roading over here, so I'm sure people have driven by here. I think there was a search in this area too, so, but they say sometimes people are found where they've already searched, so it's a really nice view though. So I'm just gonna climb up here and go check out those rocks. Maybe we'll see something. Alright, so there's that rock that I told you guys on the Google Maps. There's something weird about it, but I think it was just plant growth growing around it. So, but we'll go take a closer look though. We'll see what it is. It's actually really quiet here. Really quiet, like it's kind of ringing my ears. That's how quiet it is. Kind of weird. Kind of creepy too at the same time. But anyway, so there's a rock there. So I'm gonna keep going towards it, and keep looking at the ground, see if I see anything. But I'm also making sure I don't step on any kind of rattlesnakes. I'm sure there's rattlesnakes up here. I'm not sure if this is a season for them, but so there's a little trail there. So that leads, if you follow, it leads back to Karlie's house. So that's if she took that path, because there's different dirt roads she could have taken. All right. Alright, so here's a rock, and I think probably what I saw on the Google Maps, on Google Earth, was probably some of this stuff here, some of the shrubbery. So yeah, I don't see any signs of bones, which is kind of weird though. I don't know, maybe it was just like a weird image I'm pretty sure this was the rock because it had that little curve. So, but anyway, so here I am looking for Karlie. So I don't know, I don't really see anything up here. I'm gonna start heading back down that way and see if I see anything there. But as you guys can see behind me, there's nothing here, any trace of anything. So I'm not sure. I was just thinking maybe she took cover, you know, after walking, because this is about 4.5 miles from her house. So, you know, she could have been tired by now. I think she was up all night, so, you know, she probably needed a rest. So that's why I was thinking this probably would have been a spot to, you know, kind of come off the road, you know, off the path, and then, you know, probably lay down a little bit. So I don't know, we'll keep looking, see. There's also some small like caves, you know, but I doubt she would have been walking up on the rocks there, especially since they said she was barefooted. So who knows? There's some glass bottles here, or broken glass I should say. So that's kind of weird. I'm sure people have come up here. What is this thing? Huh. Kind of odd. Play a part to something. So we have this rock here. You guys could see how somebody could probably take shelter right here. See how it's kind of curved? You know, it's perfect if it's like weather-wise. I want to take a nap or something. But yeah, I don't see anything in here. So you'd probably have to know it's here to kind of come find it. So who knows? Yeah, I don't see anything up there. Like, I mean, if she could have fell maybe, but you know, she was drowsy. I don't see any signs of anything up there. More broken glass. There's a lot of broken glass. I guess people come here and just break their bottles. That's kind of sad. cans. Look like old cans. Looking down this, it's like this wash that comes in. I don't know if you guys could see that. So, you know, she would have probably fell over, and then with the rains, could have washed down, you know, or something could have washed down. So that's why I'm going down this way on my way back. See if I see anything interesting. Alright, so I don't know if you guys could tell, but there's something shiny up there. Let's see if I could point to it. Somewhere right there. I don't know if you guys could see it on the camera if it shows, but I'm going to go check it out. See what that is. That could be another can, you know. I don't know if this is it looks like some kind of animal poo. Alright, let's take a look. See what that is. Oh man, the thing is, see if I could still find it. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, I think it's just a can. Well, at least I won't have a doubt of what it might have been. Alright, I don't see anything up there. Head back down. Look at the scenery. Wow.